Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is part 4 of the horror series. If you haven't seen the previous parts yet, go check them out after this one. We got a request from one of our followers that wanted us to make a video about a mirror that remembers everything.
Oh,
Since we were already working on a horror series, we figured why not, so here you go.
kid, this is for you.
As always, viewer discretion is advised for this video since some of these stories are quite graphic in nature. The lights are dim in the house. The rain outside is drumming against the windows like someone was tapping them with their fingernails. In the living room sits an old woman by the fireplace wrapped in a blanket, trying to ward off the chill that had crept into the room. She watches the fire dance and flicker, lost in thought. The only sound is the crackle of the fire and the relentless drumming of the rain. Then she hears it, a soft tap. She turns her head slowly and looks towards the source of the noise. It's coming from the antique mirror hanging on the wall opposite her. She can feel her heart start to race, but she remains seated. Maybe it was just the wind, she thinks. But then she hears it again, a distinct, sharp rap, followed by a thud. She gets up slowly, her joints aching with each movement, and walks over to the mirror. As she nears the mirror, the rapping becomes more frantic. Now there's a deep voice behind the glass, whispering urgently, "Let me out, please let me out." Terrified, she recoils. Her mind races, trying to make sense of what she's hearing. She knows there's no one behind the mirror. Or is there? Memories flood back. Memories of the mirror's past life, of the family that had owned it, and of the tragedy that had struck them. She remembers the family moving into this old house, their laughter echoing through the halls, their joy palpable. And then the accident, the piercing screech of brakes, the sickening thud of metal on metal, and the horrified screams. How could she forget? She had been a part of it. Remembers the days that followed, the hushed whispers, the solemn faces, and the coffin. The mirror had been covered in black cloth, its surface shrouded in mystery and grief. No one had dared to remove the cloth to face the reality that lay beneath, till now. Her shaking hands reach out to the mirror, and she slowly begins to pull away the dusty cloth, revealing the glass surface. But the sight that greets her is not what she expects. The mirror shows not the family's final moments, but their everyday lives. The father reading the newspaper, the mother humming as she baked, and 2 children playing in the yard. Confused, she steps closer. The image in the mirror shifts and changes. The father becomes a stranger with cruel eyes and a sneer. The mother's smile turns into a snarl, and the children's laughter echoes with malice. Fear grips her, and she flees, the mirror's mocking laughter echoing in her ears. Days turn into weeks, and the old woman avoids the mirror at all costs. Now she keeps it covered, not daring to look beyond the protective cloth. But the voices don't stop. At night, she hears them whispering, pleading, and sometimes screaming. She tries to ignore them, to drown them out with the radio or television, but it's no use. The voices persist. One day, she can take it no longer. She summons up all her strength and confronts the mirror. She demands that they be silent, that they leave her alone. But instead of stopping, the voices grow louder. They taunt her, mock her, and tell her that she's next. Desperate, she calls a priest. He arrives, blesses the house, and removes the mirror from the wall. But even outside the house, the voices continue. Then she has an idea. She takes the mirror to an antique shop, hoping to sell it or perhaps donate it. But the owner of the shop refuses to take it. He tells her that the mirror is cursed, that it holds evil, and that he doesn't want it anywhere near his store. She's left with no choice but to return home. Back in her house, the voices become unbearable. She can't sleep, eat, or concentrate. All she can hear are the taunts and whispers of the trapped souls in the mirror. She looks at the mirror, now just feet away from her bed, and makes a decision. She will break it. With trembling hands, she grabs a hammer and brings it down on the mirror. But as the glass cracks, the voices rise to a deafening roar. The mirror, it seems, doesn't want to be destroyed. She swings the hammer again and again until the mirror is 1,000 pieces on the floor. The voices, however, do not stop. She looks down at her hands, blood trickling down her arms. She realizes with a start that the mirror shards have cut her. But as she looks closer, she sees that the blood isn't hers. It's black, viscous, and foul-smelling. The voices grow louder, and she collapses, overwhelmed by a wave of nausea. When she looks up, she sees the faces of the family staring back at her, their eyes filled with hatred. Then they begin to crawl out of the mirror, their bodies contorted and decaying. She screams, but no sound comes out. She tries to move, but her body won't respond. She's trapped, paralyzed by fear as the figures emerge from the mirror, their cold, dead hands reaching for her. And then she wakes up. She gasps, her heart pounding in her chest, looks around. The room is dark, but she can see the outline of the mirror on the wall. Slowly, she gets up and walks towards it. As she reaches the mirror, she sees a figure standing behind her. She turns slowly and sees a young girl with long, flowing hair and a sweet smile. The girl looks at her for a moment, then speaks. "Thank you," she says. "You freed us." And with that, she vanishes. The old woman stands there for a moment, confused and frightened. What did the girl mean? Did she really free the family from the mirror, or is something else going on? She looks around the room and notices that the mirror is gone. In its place is a blank wall. She touches the wall and feels a chill. She closes her eyes and tries to make sense of what happened, but it's no use. As the first rays of sunlight peek through the curtains, she remembers the hammer. It lies on the floor beside her bed, covered in dust. She picks it up and examines it. It's old and heavy, its surface worn smooth by years of use. She looks at the wall where the mirror once hung and feels a sense of foreboding. The family may be gone, but something else lingers in the house. Something dark and evil.
Rat.
Then she hears a knock on the door. She jumps, startled. Who could be visiting at this hour? She walks to the door and opens it to reveal a young couple standing on her porch. "Can we help you?" she asks cautiously. The young man smiles, his eyes twinkling. "We're looking for a place to live," he says. "Is this a good time to ask?" The old woman hesitates. She feels uneasy, as though something is not right. But she also needs someone to help her around the house. "Come in," she says finally, stepping aside to let them enter. As they walk in, she notices that the young man is holding a toolbox. "I see you've brought your tools," she says. "Yes," he replies with a grin. "We need to hang a mirror." The old woman's blood runs cold. What are they doing here? Why do they want to hang a mirror? And as she watches them place the mirror on the wall, she sees the reflection of the young couple in the glass. Their smiles are cruel, their eyes filled with malice. And then she sees herself, reflected in their eyes, trapped forever in the house with the evil that lies within the mirror. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button below the video and share it with your friends if you dare. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe for more content. We'll see you next time.